everybody. It is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Sorry. It is Wednesday morning. I have kind of have my sleep schedule all flipped around, so I'm going to bed at like 10 o'clock. Like I could barely hold on last night during Becky's live to finish it, and then I'm waking up at like 6 o'clock. So I figured that since I was up a little bit early this morning, that I would come sit down and chat with you guys. I've got a couple of announcements to make, and just have a chance to chit chat. I'm going to post this, I think, as a premiere just for the fun of it. As you can see, the first announcement I'm going to come to is that I have decided to stop working on Victoria's Moon just because the confetti is really getting to me, and I'm going to work on my Grinch until I get it finished, and then I'll go back to Victoria's Moon. Or I do have another one. I have Tin Soldier that I need to work on from DAC because that's supposed to be a Christmas present. So I will let you know the decision on that as we go. So this morning I am drinking out of my St. Jude Christmas mug. You can see it's got the little St. Jude baby on it. And we are drinking the H-E-B Texas Pecan with the pumpkin spice coffee creamer in it because it's that season. And I'm that girl. So, off the top, I just want to say that I've gotten quite a few subscriptions the last couple of weeks, and I just want to thank everyone for that has subscribed to the channel, is a new subscriber and things like that. I really do appreciate it. I am not the most consistent poster for my channel content. Again, for those of you that are new, my channel was started as a bet with another creator, Creative Mayhem, and a lot of times I just don't have the time to put into it. I do work a full-time job. I do serve on the St. Jude Walk Run Committee for Dallas. I am a part of the Scottish Society of Dallas, and then I do try to always have some kind of activity in the works or in progress for the diamond painting community. I really love to plan things. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. I don't think anybody's had any major complaints. And if you have, I haven't heard of them. So, let me know. But I do like to do those kinds of things. There are several projects in the works right now for the diamond painting community among my other projects that I work on. And so I don't always have a consistent schedule. I try my best. But if I don't feel like sitting down and filming, I don't sit down and film. So, and that is absolutely nothing on you guys because, the YouTube community, the diamond painting community has helped me tremendously, and I do want to give back. I just give back in events rather than in videos a lot of the time. So please don't be offended by that. My content's very random when it goes up. It'll be all of the things that I like or dislike or whatever. So, I know I posted a video, me doing some of the stuff with the Scottish Society a couple weeks back. It didn't get a whole lot of views, and that's okay. I know a lot of people aren't interested in that, and I'm not going to hold that against anybody, but I'm still going to post that content because it's content that I love and that I want to get out there. And it's also content that I wish when I had started doing those kinds of festivals that had been available for me to watch so that I knew what I was stepping into, because I really like to know. I like to be prepared ahead of time. And so if I had had that information then, I feel like I would have been better prepared. What people were wearing, how to approach things, all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, so just off the top of the board, I do have 2 videos, and then this one that I am working on editing. So, just kind of bear with me. I am trying to get you guys some content. At the moment, I'm trying to post 1 to 2 videos a week. It is probably going to be 1 for a while, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So the next announcement that I have, as many of you know and many of you have signed up for, and I thank you for that, is that our Elfster gift exchange is happening now. Our signups are finished and we have drawn names. So thank you for everyone. I know names were supposed to have been drawn on the 11th and we were having some technical difficulties and I was out of town, so I only had my phone. And there's only so much you can do from a cell phone, even as powerful as the ones we have nowadays are. So I was able to get back into town yesterday, get to a computer, and get in contact with Elfster's help team, their technical support team, and try to figured out what was causing the draw to fail. And we did get that all figured out, all worked out. So everything should be good. Everyone should have a name. If you are having any issues with it, please let me know. You can reach me on here. You can reach me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I do have Facebook Messenger. And you can also contact me on Elfster. There is a messaging service on there. I have been contacted all of those ways this week, and I'm okay with that. I may not see your message immediately, but I will usually see it, within the day. If I haven't, try something else, try somewhere else and see if I see it there, if I don't see your message somewhere else. So far, that is going really well. Everybody is super excited. I know some overachievers have already purchased and sent their gifts. So some of you are going to be very lucky and will hopefully get your gifts really quickly. So those have been sent. Now, this is the question that I have had repeatedly asked of me. And some people are concerned about the turnaround time, because they think that gifts have to be received by the 6th. Gifts do not have to be received by December 6th. They have to be purchased and sent by December 6th, okay? So when I say that, what I mean is everybody's gifts should have been purchased and sent to that person by December 6th, okay? Some people only get paid at the beginning of the month. So, they're waiting on payday for that. I personally get paid on the 15th, which is Friday, and I'm waiting on payday to be able to purchase and send my gift. I did it that way on purpose because that does leave, most people will have a payday at some point before those gifts are due to be sent. But that also means that some of you may not receive your Secret Santa gifts until midway through December or even towards the end of December, towards Christmas, because it's going to depend on what you have on your wish list, where it comes from. So if the only thing on your wish list was stuff off of AliExpress, there's nothing wrong with that. You absolutely can do that. But please keep in mind that AliExpress not only has their 11/11 sale, but they're also doing Christmas. So your gift may take a little bit longer to get here than someone who orders off of Amazon or orders from, Diamond Art Club or whatever. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Your gifts have to be purchased and sent by the 6th. They should ideally be received at the very latest by New Year's. Hopefully nobody's takes that long. But if it does, don't get too hot about it. Especially if you're doing something that does have a long wait time on it, okay? And the other thing is, when you sign in to your Elfster account and you come onto the main page, it tells you your name, or you have drawn such and such person. Just below that, if you click on that person's name, their details, their address and things will show up. If you are having trouble getting an address, I think just about everybody has their address on there. But if you're having trouble, you can do one of two things. You can email me and I'll contact that person, or you can send them an anonymous message and tell them to fill in their address, because you can't send them things without it, okay? The second thing you can do that's also down in that section is there are two boxes, or two little boxes that you can click. One says gift sent, which is the gift that you are sending to your Secret Santa. Once you've purchased, please check that box and show that your gift has been sent and mailed to that person. And that way we know whether it is a logistical issue. I apologize. That was my wake up alarm that stopped the video. Either way, so that you know whether that is a logistical issue, whether they have purchased it and it just hasn't gotten to you yet, or whether that gift has not been purchased. So I need everybody to do that, is to click that button once you have sent your package to your Secret Santa. For all of the Secret Santas, there is a second button in that area that says package received. So when you, or gift received, I think is what it says. Excuse me for moving the camera. When you get, if you get your gift, and when you get your gift, please go in and click that so that your Secret Santa knows that you have received your package. Just as a courtesy, so that everybody is on the same page about things. If you guys will work on doing those things for me, that will make my life a ton easier when somebody starts screaming that they didn't get their package, okay? I know it's going to happen. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. But just keep those two things in mind. Please click sent when you send it and received when you receive it. I did figure out how to finally send a mass email from Elfster yesterday, so all of you should have gotten one that basically says what I'm saying now, because I know that some of you are not subscribed, or some of them are not subscribed to my channel, and that's all right. But yeah, so there's Elfster taken care of. Please make sure those are all sent, and please remember to, if you're not going to purchase off of someone's wish list, which that's kind of what it's there for, but if you're going to be a rebel and purchase something different, remember to send something that you would want to receive. And, you know, let's make sure everybody gets a really good gift. Again, this may be someone's entire Christmas, okay? All right, you're tired of me talking about that. So the next announcement that I have is we're going to be doing, I have contacted some of my fellow creators, and we're going to be doing a bit of a story time with Santa, is what I think I'm going to call it. And basically how this is going to work is I have gotten into contact with Rachel Ray, Becky's Madness for Crafting, Dearly Crafted, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, Mindy's Diamond Moment, and myself. Starting on December 1st, we will each have 4 videos where stories will be read, Christmas stories will be read. You can use these for the kids. You can use them, you know, if you just want to listen to them. I love Christmas stories personally, so I will probably watch all of those. These videos will vary in length depending on the story and on the creator. But we just wanted to do this. We felt like this was a fun way to kind of bring back some nice Christmas traditions that some of us may have grown up with. So I know personally, we get pajamas on Christmas Eve. The whole family does. And then we sit down and we read the night before Christmas. And yes, that child is 15 years old. And I still love that tradition. I'm 35. So that's one of our traditions that we do. And so I thought that would be a really fun thing to do for the community. Excuse me, for the kids, for the adults, whoever wants to listen to them. And so we've all chosen 4 different stories. So we will have 4 nights in a row. And I'll put the schedule out at a later date. But basically what it's going to look like is that each creator will have 4 nights. And they will read their 4 stories or 3 stories, however that breaks down for them. And post those each day. And then, you know, after 4 days, it'll go to the next creator and they'll do their 4, and the next creator and they'll do their 4. Okay. And it's just going to be a really laid back, low key kind of a situation. You can go on, you can listen to the stories. I know I'm probably going to be working on a diamond painting. If I have my Christmas tree up at that point, you might get a shot of my Christmas tree for 10 minutes while I read a story to you. Because of copyright, I don't know that people will necessarily show you the book and the pages as they read, just to protect their channel content and themselves from a copyright strike. However, that's kind of what we are going to be doing. So that will last from the 1st of December all the way to the 24th of December. I do know that I will be finishing it up, so I will have the last 4 days from the 20th to the 24th of December. So I will be finishing it up with, of course, the night before Christmas on Christmas Eve. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. We wanted it to be just a low-key thing and for everybody to just be able to enjoy having some Christmas stories read. Get up in the morning, have your coffee, or, before you go to bed at night, or however that works. We do know lots and lots of you have little ones, and we feel like that they would enjoy that content as well. So this will be kid-friendly content that, you can listen to with your kiddos. So there's that. So thank you for all of those creators who are willing to help me with that. We have been working on it, I think, since like August or September. I wanted to keep the group small. I didn't want to organize another huge event coming right off of DP-a-thon. So, I do appreciate everyone that has inquired about it. I will keep you in mind for next year if we decide to do this again next year, if we're able to do this again next year. And please know that it's nothing personal towards any person or anything like that. Please don't get offended. I really don't have the energy to deal with offended people. And I know that sounds mean, but I just don't. So you are more than welcome if you want to read content on your channel. Nobody says that you can't. I would appreciate it if you did not read one of the same stories that we are reading. And if you would like that list, I will be more than happy to email it to you. But absolutely, do what you do on your channel. This is all coming out wrong because I'm not quite awake yet. So if you're offended, I guess you're offended. Either way, moving on. So the next biggest announcement. I do have something pretty major in the works. But that announcement will not come until January. I'm just going to tease you a little bit. But the next biggest announcement that I have is that starting tomorrow, I will be changing the name of my channel. And instead of going under my name of Marissa McCartney, my channel name will actually become The Crafty Heifer. Now, I've talked to several people about this change. So the way it came about, first of all, if you don't know, I'm from Texas. And in Texas, especially, and several other parts of the South as well, we use the word heifer, which is a female cow, as a term of endearment. So I often use the word heifer, and I'll say, heifer, you need to stop, or girl, stop being a heifer, or that heifer, it can be used both ways. But basically, it is just a nicer way to say other words. But it is very true to who I am. And again, when I started this channel, I didn't have a set goal in mind. I didn't have branding, all of that kind of stuff in mind when I started this channel. I just started it and started doing it. So this is a way for me to brand my channel a little bit. It's a way for me to express kind of my personality, the kind of person that I am. So those of you that are on here, I think you'll understand. Obviously, if you've been watching me, you know my kind of personality. I don't want any drama. I just want to be real chill, real laid back. I want people to come into my channel and have a good time. There is so much reality. I suffer from depression, especially in the winter. that people, or at least I personally, want to go on people's channels and I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to do, to have good conversations, to enjoy my friends, to enjoy my craft. I never want YouTube to become a job, at least for me personally, because it's a hobby. And when a hobby becomes a job, it's not that fun anymore. But I want something recognizable that maybe is not necessarily my name. There is another person named Marissa that does YouTube videos. And so, there's not a lot of confusion, but it does happen every now and then between the two of us. This way, I have something that is uniquely me. And the way this came about is my friend and I, a very long-time friend from, we've known each other since 2004. No, 2002, excuse me. So nearly 20 years now. We went to Canton, which is a huge Traders Village flea market situation. And they have these shirts, and you can find them on Etsy. And these shirts will say things like, hanging with my heifers, and, don't be a salty heifer, and different things like that. And I think they're, hilarious. I really do. I want them all. And so we were talking about it. We were looking at these, and several different booths had them, and they had different ones at each different booth. And we were looking at these, and she said, you need one that says, I'm 100% that heifer. And I was like, oh my God, I really, really do. And so that kind of got the wheels turning. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I'm stressed out, I actually have some really brilliant ideas. And so I've been a little stressed out because of the audit at work and some different things like that. And so I've had all kinds of ideas the last couple weeks. That are actually, some of them are in the works. Some of them got discarded, but that's okay. So I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'd been wanting to change my name for a while. Let me state that. Simply because I don't necessarily want my real name out there. It is a safety concern for me, and it is a concern that people that I maybe don't necessarily want knowing that I make YouTube videos. I'm not ashamed of it, but people don't need to know my business. But yeah, so people that I maybe necessarily don't want to know or don't want watching my content, that I can kind of avoid that, make it a little bit harder to find me. For those kinds of people, you guys know who I'm talking about, like those people in high school that you don't necessarily like, or people, past co-workers that may have some kind of beef or something. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to change my name. I came up with a Crafty Heifer. There will be a new logo for it. And you guys can come in. You can hang with the herd. You can hang with your heifers. I know some of the guys that come in probably won't want to be a heifer. And so we can hang with the herd. And my borrowed tagline, the guys, when I say you don't have to be perfect, you just have to try things, that is a quote. And I've, put this in other videos. It is a quote from a podcast called My Favorite Murder. And it is one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to. It's a true crime comedy podcast. And if you don't know what that means, you'll have to just go and listen. They are not making fun of people that have been murdered. They are making fun of other things. So one of my favorite episodes on there is they were talking about, there was apparently a murder in the Amish community. And they were, and it's one of those things you have to be there, but it was so hilarious to me that they were talking about, well, how do you call the police when something like that happens? And so one of the ladies is like, what, do you send the 911 cow? I nearly wrecked my car because I was laughing so hard. Because I do listen to it in the car. And so that is by far my favorite episode, is the 911 cow episode. So if you guys like true crime and you like podcasts and things like that, go check that one out. It is not always for the, in fact, I would say it's not really child friendly. There's a lot of adult language. They do talk about mental health issues. They do talk about, and that was the second alarm, sorry. So they do talk about standing up for yourself. You know, you don't have to be polite. You don't owe anybody anything, kind of a thing. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, go and listen to that. But that's where I borrowed that tagline from. And so now, you know, I can kind of create my own tagline. I can kind of create, you know, different things. So yeah, so the new name, and I'm sure I'm doing this as a premiere just in fact so that we can get all of the cow jokes out of our system. So I hope you guys have had fun with that. I'm sure that you have. And all of this. But yeah, so I will be the Crafty Heifer from now on. You can still call me Marissa. You can call me Hey Heifer. You can call me whatever. Just don't call me late for dinner. And yeah, so that's it going forward. Those are the announcements that I have for right now. I am working on, in the very beginning stages of a very major announcement that I'm very excited about for everyone. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I do have a few people that I am kind of bouncing ideas off of that are kind of helping me think things through and different things like that. So I hope that you guys will enjoy that. What I would like for you to do, I believe, just over 350 subscribers. So thank you so much for that. I really did not think I would ever get there. I can't even, it blows my mind when I think about it. And, you know, I know I talked about this. I think I was in Fiona in Diamond in the Rough in her channel one day, and we were talking about, you know, numbers, subscriber numbers and different things like that. And I said that I had to turn off my sub count because it was just like, I was getting obsessed with it. And it's so stupid because I didn't start this to, like, I don't want to, you know, I'm not monetized. I'm not, you know, searching for a certain number or anything like that. But it's like I get competitive. And so I see other people that maybe started after me that have higher sub counts. And I get it because I can't do this for a job. And a lot of those people do have that, you know, are able to do this. They're able to do this full time and then, you know, have their families and things like that. So we just kind of talked about it, how to stay on track as a creator, how to provide quality content, those kinds of things. And so, you know, I did turn my sub count off. I am going to leave it off. For me, it's just better, I think, that I'm not competing with an imaginary number. I don't want to lose perspective of why I'm on here and why I do this. And that is because I enjoy spending time with my friends and I enjoy creating content that you guys like. I enjoy creating events that you guys like. So I'm going to leave that off, but I am just over 350. I'm completely blown away that I have that many subscribers, that you guys can come back to hear me ramble and, like, I mean, I don't think I'm that interesting, but apparently you guys do, so thank you for that. But yeah, so when we get to 500, we will do a giveaway. But what I need from you guys for this project that I'm working on, and I promise that it will be worth it, is I need you guys to send me some of your favorite accessories. Like, what are the things that you use all the freaking time? Really cool gadgets, things like that that are diamond painting related. And what are some of the stores that you buy from all the time? So I'm really I want to try some more things, which hopefully, you know, in the spring I'll be able to do that. But I want to know, like, what are some of these smaller companies, you know, not the Diamond Art Clubs, not the AliExpresses, these, you know, like Cotart and the Pink Raspberry and some of these newer companies starting up. If you make items, let me know in the comments below if you make pins or you make cover minders or, you know, anything like that, so that I have some places to start what are some of your favorite accessories to use? What are some of your favorite diamond paintings companies to buy from, and your favorite small business diamond painting related businesses that you like to purchase from, or you think I should know about? If you could do that, I would really, really appreciate it. And I promise it'll take me a little while, but you will understand why I needed that information. So, I think I'm going to wrap up here. I'll give you a few minutes to say your goodbyes because my second alarm has gone off, which means I have to go get ready for work. And we have our final interview today for the audit. It's not looking great, guys. Not looking great. Yeah, I can't say a whole lot about it, but to say I'm a little bit stressed is an understatement. So, I'm going to be coming into lives this week. I'm probably going to be working and lurking a lot. I really am enjoying working on this. It is a lot of color blocking, and there's a little bit of confetti in here, but you guys, I'm so happy to see color blocking that I can't even function. This canvas so far, this is a Home Fun canvas. And, you know, I talked about it. Did I ever post that video? I don't think I actually posted that video. So I've talked about this canvas before at some point, that I wanted to try Home Fun again, because this time last year when I ordered my very first picture, I was watching Rachel Ray's channel before I made my first AliExpress order. And she had ordered this really cool aerial that I thought would make an amazing Christmas present for a friend of mine who just loves Ariel. And so I ordered it, and it was a Home Fun. And Rachel and I both completed it and found out that you can see the dummy circles, especially in the lighter areas, when you do the rounds. So I completed it. I did give it as a gift. She never noticed that. That's something that made me crazy, but she never noticed that. So I thought I would try a year on, try Home Fun again, because that's really honestly the only issue I had with it. I think I ran out of like 4 colors. Now I have a stash. I'm not so worried about running out of colors because, you know, now there's so many other options that I can just order some. Or I'm sure if I asked somebody, if somebody had some extras, they would send it to me, because it was only, I think you were short like 20 beads or something like that. So if I have extras or something similar, I will just put that in and not stress about it. But I wanted to try this company again, and I wanted to try their squares to see the difference in how their squares are treated versus their rounds. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. There's hardly any gapping at all in this painting, which I actually prefer a little bit of gapping because it does give you a little bit extra leeway if your drills are not exactly perfect. The drills are not the best quality that I've worked with, but they're not bad, if that makes sense. They're just kind of okay. Some of them do have little knobbly bits, little hooks on the corners, some different things like that. I haven't gotten a whole lot of trash yet. But as you can see, I'm still kind of in the beginning stages of working on this. So I'll kind of let you know. So far, I'm pleased with it. Nothing is popping. And of course, that's always the concern when you have a square drill, is popping. I am using the 4-placer to put down some of these larger swaths of color. So like, I don't know if you can see right here, these are all A's. And I'll use the 4-placer, but I'll checkerboard pattern the 4-placer when I do those. And that seems to be working really well. So I did have large groups of like the red down here in his shirt. And that seems to work really well. Like I said, I don't have any popping drills or anything like that. I have to roll this when I get a second, but so far so good. So I'm actually going to close this up here. And that's a Post-it note size section, and that's the sections that I'm working in right now, because that's what I can manage at the moment. to get done. But yeah, this is 3 days worth of work down here. I did 2 sections in one the first night, and then this section the night before, and then this section last night. So I need to take another picture once I get this section finished, and I will post it for the, I'm doing this for the Stockings and Stones, or Stocking and Stones challenge over on Instagram, and that is hosted by Rebecca at, oh blast, I cannot remember. Rebecca, I'm so sorry. I've totally blanked on your name. Anyway, so yeah, so you guys know, you'll be able to find that, but Stocking and Stones, so this is my challenge, and this will be a Christmas present for my mom once I'm done. But yeah, you guys, I had a good weekend. I'm going to try to get all of these videos up for you. I'll probably post this one and maybe one other one this week, and then the other one I'll post next week, and we will keep going from there. We do have a couple of fun projects in the works for Christmas, and then we will have an announcement in January. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So again, put down below the groups, pages, sellers, etc. that you would recommend. I'd really appreciate that. Remember, from now on, you will be seeing me show up as the Crafty Heifer. And remember, guys, this is our new one of our new taglines that we can use. Don't forget to craft like somebody left the gate open. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.